North Carolina is aging, and North Carolinians are living longer and healthier lives than ever before. Today, those entering retirement, you're more likely to find finishing a 5K race than taking a stroll through the park. Many will age well, serve their churches and communities, and retread rather than retire. But many will not age well, and the frail aging and their families will continue to face tough challenges. I'm an aging adult, and like others, 65 and older, I sometimes feel misunderstood. But I am committed to showing the true face of North Carolina's aging. I believe that we all can learn from the frail and the well-aging adults' experiences and perspectives. North Carolina Baptists have a plan for serving the aging of our state. The strategy is North Carolina Baptist Aging Ministry, NCBAM. NCBAM is a dynamic Christian resource focused on serving the needs of the aging. NCBAM works to shrink the gap between those needs and the people who are willing to help meet them. People like 76-year-old Otis Goins.
Well, we're 76 years old and been around a few places and met some people. I've been involved here as pastor of the church here for 6 years this month. Been a joy and a blessing. And also being involved with NCBAM in ways of meeting new people, seeing the needs of people. How are you today, Miss Barringer?
I'm doing fine.
Reverend
nice to
Otis
see you.
Goins is a very humble man. He does not want to take credit for a lot of things that he makes happen. He does get a lot of other people involved, but if it wasn't for Reverend Goins, then a lot of those needs would not get met because you have to have a coordinator to pull everything together, and he's that guy.
I just had a desire to be involved, and maybe it was a doorway for me to help to minister to other people in a better way, aging people, and to do for them maybe some things that they could not do for themselves. We're going over to Miss Barringer's home over the road here. She had some problems with septic tank and house painting and floor covering, and we received word from associational office, Brother Hal Bilbo. They asked us to come up and look the situation over, and so through the help of Baptists across the state and people involved that would help us, was able to replace a septic tank back here, and which was very much needed. And then after that program was completed, we moved back here, had a roof that was real bad.
Here in Stanley County, we're seeing a lot of older adults with real challenges to be able to stay in their homes. They are pressed with medical costs, with the cost of upkeeping a house. A lot of their children have moved off, and they're left to really fend for themselves. So it's a great opportunity for the churches to step in and show the love of Jesus by simple, caring projects, either by visiting or by making home repairs like we have done here at Miss Barringer's house.
Someone to say, could I take you to the doctor? Could I get you some groceries? Could I sit with you a while? There's so many areas where they're able to say we care. Hey, how are you today, my good friend?
I'm doing all right. I want to thank you, and I appreciate that good gift you have did.
Oh, a lot of people had that.
I don't know what I've done without it.
I had an opportunity to go over in another association and to a lady, 88 years old, who was unable to get a roof repaired. By the help of North Carolina BAM and others, and we have distributors that sell to us at discount prices, and her family said, man, this is great. But she has a little tablet, and they had the truck up, getting the shingles on, the small house. She comes out with that little tablet with a page turned down, a pencil in her hand, says, now, how do I make this check out? She says, nobody's never helped me. I said, you don't make the check out yet. Let's get the work done. And we are happy to be here. We appreciate you letting us come today. And so we came back over that day, but her little hand was trembling and knowing nobody never helped me.
I really appreciate this. You know, God works in mysterious ways.
He does.
And He knows I needed help.
We love you and appreciate you, and we think about. I think what really I get enthused about is the next person that we may not know about that has a real need. We can live in this world and leave this world, and if we're not careful and never know the joy of really doing for others, and we'll miss many blessings by not becoming involved and with a sincere heart and a desire to do something for others, because it is more blessed to give than to receive. Now we trust the Lord to continue to bless you and be with you and help you in every way.
For the aging adult, there really is no place like home. But home can often be a dangerous place. Did you know that every 2.3 seconds in America, an aging adult falls? And the results are often traumatic and debilitating. I just learned that NCBAM has introduced their Priority Number 1 Prevention Initiative. Through this potentially life-saving campaign, North Carolina Baptists are making the homes of the aging safe by removing barriers. 2 churches in eastern North Carolina have led the way by installing grab bars in the homes of the frail, reducing their risk of falling.
Well, this one should be a relatively easy one, Dick. We only got two rails to put in. I first heard about NCBAM about 3 months ago, and it struck a chord in my heart. And God laid it on me to do what I could for this. I don't like the idea of elderly people falling and hurting themselves or even dying because of a fall in a bathroom. Dick, come on back here to this bathroom and let me show you what we're going to do back here. Grab rails are something that, as people age, they have more of a need for, because as you well know, as we age, we get more and more frail. There you go. It's in there now.
I'm getting older, and I can see that it's going to be a lot of help to me to get in and out of my bathtub.
Margie has been a member of this church probably for 30 years. Jim passed away not quite a year ago now, and she has been very lonely.
The walls kind of close in upon you sometimes, and it makes you feel like it would be nice if the Lord would take me like He did Jim. But I know I got to keep on living.
Go ahead.
I know that is.
Pull on it.
Oh boy, that I can get. And I think y'all are great to do this for an old lady like me.
This is an opportunity for the churches of our state
to reach out in a loving, compassionate way and not only share love, but the reason why we do that. That is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, because there are many in our senior adult communities who are lonely. They don't know who to turn to for things such as like these handrails or a wheelchair ramp. That is an opportunity for our churches to not only to share the love of Christ, but the name of Jesus specifically to people who do not know him by name.
This is a way of listening to what and doing what Christ has commanded us to do. And that's our way of honoring him and giving him glory. I think this ministry can be used in that.
That is everything. It is complete.
You reckon she'll fall?
I don't think so.
Our Baptist men are actively involved in helping our community, not just our members, but those who are in the community who are in need. We have a champion here in our group, Mr. Billy Godwin, who took it on as a personal project, and it's grown from there, and we're pretty excited about that.
I gotta bring my chainsaw down here and get the limbs off his tree.
Billy and his wife, Miss Rose, have actually been delivering meals for Meals on Wheels for a good while now. And so he reaches people that are beyond the walls of our church.
I mean, this is a fantastic project right here. I mean, it's so simple. Just get the word out in your community with your senior adults, see what is safe, what needs to be added in place so these senior adults can continue to live an independent life and live in a safe manner. It doesn't cost very much to pick up these grab bars. It doesn't take long at all to install them and can make a huge difference in the life of these senior adults.
I'm grateful that NCBAM has provided an opportunity for Baptist Tabernacle Church. I see this, the Grab Bar Ministry, as a glorious opportunity for God's people to reach out beyond the walls of the church. And there are people who can put grab bars up. There are people who can build ramps and walkways. There are people who can visit people, deliver meals, and they have a stake in the kingdom, sharing Jesus.
What this means to me is right now, I am in a position to be able to help people with their safety in their bathrooms with the grab rails. That's all the reward I need. Take a look around you. Look at your congregation. Check the ages. Check the conditions of your congregationalist. Once you determine that you've got X number of frail, aging people in your congregation, you can't turn your back on them.
All of us, children, youth, young adults, middle-aged adults, and the well-aging, need to see the face of the aging accurately in order to understand their needs. North Carolina Baptist Men and NCBAM partner to create mission opportunities. Deep Impact Missions Weeks are week-long youth mission opportunities directed by Baptist men. NCBAM is committed to fostering intergenerational care by connecting the needs of the aging to North Carolina Baptist youth.
This week we're at Deep Impact, North Carolina, and we have 147 students and adult leaders that have gathered here to do ministry in the Hendersonville area. We will be doing construction projects, we'll be doing backyard Bible clubs, we'll be working with different senior ministries, and so we're really excited about the kids that are here and about the ministries that are going to take place this week. And we just want to take you on a journey today on what the day would be like here at Deep Impact Fruitland.
Baptist men, along with Deep Impact, ask NCBAM to identify seniors with needs in the Fruitland, Hendersonville area.
How y'all doing? I'm glad to see y'all.
We were able to identify Cherry Springs as an assisted living facility that needed visits.
3 will go down that way and 3 will go down this way. And the 2
Frederica
guys,
Clark, who is the activities director, welcomed us with open arms. She also said, please come and just visit with our residents. And that's what we did. We participated in the things she already had planned, and then were able just to visit one-on-one with residents.
I'm glad I didn't miss you.
NCBAM done a wonderful thing when they come into Cherry Springs and open up their arms for our residents here. I divided them all up, and they did one-on-one meetings with the residents. They did singing groups. They did Bible study. We even went to Jackson Park and had a little social gathering going on. And I mean, they began to open up to them, and they loved them. They started crying when they left. And I'm just glad that NCBAM come to our facility.
Within my ministry in Asheboro, we try to do a lot of work with the senior adults. And naturally, North Carolina Baptist Aging Ministry is a ministry that does that. And so what I tried to do this year, as we're here at Fruitland, was to partner with NCBAM and partner with Paige here in this area, because the projects that she has found for us this week are just fantastic projects, great needs, but I also believe that the time that the kids spend with these senior adults is just a great time of just them pouring into us and us pouring into them. Every morning after we have our morning devotion and worship time, seeing the students get in their teams, walk out of the chapel, pray, and then load up in their vehicles and head out into the community. To me, that's the most exciting thing, because that's what we're here for.
We met with Miss Polly. She was a referral through the Council on Aging. They said she needs some help with her yard work. And Miss Polly loves her yard.
All right, guys, we got a plan.
All right.
All right. Miss Polly wants her yard mowed.
Well, they filled up my bird feeders and cut my grass, and it's things I can't do, and I have nobody to do it for me. It means a lot to me for them to come and do it. I can't do it, and they do a great job.
To come out and show God's love by doing something for somebody else, it fills you up inside.
It makes me feel really good because I know I'm doing something God wants me to do.
I sat on her porch and talked to her, and I learned a lot about her, about how she raised her daughters and how cool her husband was.
I mean, truly amazing to be able to come out here and help people that need help and assistance.
To be able to do something, to be Jesus' hands and feet, to share with the community, it's awesome.
It's just the encouragement for the elder, because they can't do it and we can, and it helps them.
It makes me feel like I have a purpose in the world, and that there's more that needs to be done, and we're the ones that can do it. And although we're out here sticky, sweaty, bugs biting us, you put that aside, because you know that you're showing Christ's love by doing something for others. We're the next generation, and if we don't step up, then nothing's going to happen.
I love working with people like this because it makes them feel really special to know that someone cares.
You might be tired at the end, but it's a good feeling to help others.
It was important to be here today because I love helping the people, and it just feels awesome to help them do something that they can't do by themselves and to share the love of Jesus.
They've already got it straight. I thank the Lord every day for the help that I've got to the kids are coming and doing the yard. I'm always love company.
I can make a difference in the life of an aging person. There are many things I can do, too, to pass forward to future generations as a legacy builder. I teach children Vacation Bible School. My husband and I spend time each year on missions, both in North Carolina and around the world. And I can be counted on as an NCBAM servant volunteer each week through my church. Betty counts on my visits. She looks forward to the time that we spend together in prayer. And she especially likes my homemade pies.
You can help meet the challenging needs of aging adults in North Carolina. Contact NCBAM today to find out how you and your church can be involved.